So as I was there trying to give all the reasons why I shouldn't, reminds me of Moses in his burning bush experience. I stammer, I can't do this. That was practically me. I was saying all the reasons why I am not the right person for the job. Then all I heard, I kid you not, was, get over yourself. This is not about you. So I was like, oh, it hasn't gotten to that. Hi guys, I am Becca. Welcome to my channel. This is a story time of why I started content creation. So I was very critical of myself. Every time I would engage in anything public, maybe like preaching or being part of a public discussion, I would be very hard on myself and I would criticize myself quite strongly. But I didn't know how bad it was until I was invited as a guest to be part of a panel discussion. So I went for this panel discussion. We spoke, the topic was interesting. I brought out my views on it. Before then, I prepared, I prayed, I was ready. I went for the discussion and it was great. The host of the discussion then called me afterwards and said, "Thank you very much for coming. Your contributions were really great," all of that. And it was also being streamed online. So my husband watched it online. So I asked him for feedback and he thought I did quite well. It went well. So tell me why. I was so self-critical. I was thinking about the session. I was thinking about the things that I should have said, things that I shouldn't have said, verses that I should have used instead. My brain was just working overtime and it was telling me things like, this argument that you brought was not strong enough. It was quite weak. When the person said this, you should have said this. This verse that you used, this other one would have been better. And I was really battling with myself. There was like an internal war within myself about this discussion that I had done. It was finished. Everybody says it went well, but no, I was not accepting that it went well. Did that end there? No. For 2 days straight, guys, I could not sleep. It was that bad that every time I would try to sleep, my mind would just be bringing up this discussion, things that I did, how I presented things, how I didn't. And it was so draining. For 2 days, I was tired. I was discouraged. My confidence was low. I told myself, this is it. I'm not going to go and preach anywhere again. I'm not going to do this again. It was so hard. So I realized that this was getting ridiculous. So to come out of this, I spent time in the Word. I spent time in prayer. I just encouraged myself. And by God's grace, I was able to come out of that dark pit that I found myself. A few days after that incident, I was having a general conversation with my husband. And then he made a statement. He said, as Christians, we don't share our challenges when we're going through those challenges. So oftentimes when someone is going through challenges, they'll be very quiet about it. They will suffer it in silence. And then when they have been able to overcome the challenge, then they would give a testimony. Glory be to God. Praise the Lord. I went through this and now I am okay and now I'm fine. And even though the testimony is good, it means that sometimes it can be very lonely as a Christian when you're going through things because you can't find anyone else that you can identify with who is going through a similar challenge to you. Wise man. He ends this amazing speech and says, I think you should start a YouTube channel where you share your personal challenges with others. My response was, don't be ridiculous. YouTube, me, stop. But you see, what I didn't realize was a seed was sown in me. Because after that conversation, he didn't bring it up again. But after that conversation, the Lord just kept bringing the conversation back to memory. He just kept taking me back to that YouTube, start YouTube, share your challenges, part. And I just kept brushing it aside. But one day during my prayer time, this thoughts consumed me. That was all I could think about. I couldn't think about anything else. I couldn't pray about anything else. So I decided to address it. So I asked God, If I didn't sleep for 2 days because of a panel discussion, then I would not sleep again. Bye bye sleep. Once I start content creation, that is it. Because I will be criticizing every single thing that I post. If you know me, I'm a very private person. I like to keep my private life private. And so appearing on people's posts every day, every other day is a lot. So as I was there trying to give all the reasons why I shouldn't, reminds me of Moses in his burning bush experience. I stammer, I can't do this. That was practically me. I was saying all the reasons why I am not the right person for the job. Then all I heard, I kid you not, was get over yourself. This is not about you. So I was like, oh, it hasn't gotten to that. In that moment, I knew that God wanted me to go ahead and do it. It was a humbling experience to hear that. And I knew that I had to do something about it. So I went back to God in prayer and I said, okay, fine. We've established that you want me to do this. But now I need you to tell me exactly how you want me to do it. What platforms do you want me to go on? What exactly should I be sharing? What should I do? So I kept praying about this and waiting for him to let me know what to do. He then put an idea in my heart to go on TikTok and Instagram, and to start off by sharing practically how people can grow in their relationship with God. I knew it was from God because I was praying about it. I was expecting his direction on it. So when they came as ideas, I knew this was God telling me what to do. So I very grudgingly did my first couple of videos. It was not easy because my self-criticism was still there. I was criticizing everything. The way my hair was moving in the video, my hand gestures, the way I was talking. I would say things like, oh, my top looked a bit creased. Maybe I should redo the video. I did that for the first couple of videos. And then by the third video or so, that thing had completely disappeared. And now my main focus when it comes to content creation is making sure that the theology of what I'm saying is accurate so I don't go and mislead anybody. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with asking for feedback, looking at ways to improve and being better at what you're doing. But the level I was operating at was compulsive self-centeredness. You see, self-centeredness is a stick with two ends. On one end, you have the pride. Look at me, I'm amazing, I'm great, everybody look at me. Then you have the other end, which is, oh, don't look at me, I'm so shy, I don't want to do this, I don't want anybody to see me. Those are all self-centeredness because the focus is on you. So the moral of the story is, whatever God lays on your heart to do it quickly. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. He will use that thing to be a blessing to many people, but he will also use it for your own good, to change you. He used content creation to be a blessing to many, but he also used it to break me from the bondage of self-centeredness. I started about a year ago, July or August last year, and on Instagram I had about 800 followers, mainly family and friends. A year later, today, we have over 10,000 people on Instagram. I want to encourage you, whatever it is God is laying on your heart, it may not be easy, but do it. He will give you the grace to do it. Just give it your best shot. He doesn't pick the qualified. He qualifies the people that he picks. I would like to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to you all for your support, for your prayers, for your likes, for your shares, for your follows, for your comments. Your messages in my DM keeps me going, especially when it becomes overwhelming. So thank you. If you've watched this video till now, watched me being this vulnerable, and you still haven't subscribed, hey, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.